Welcome back to the show, everybody. We got a Crypto Monday. Lots of headlines this morning. Walmart's Metaverse. Charles Hoskinson from Cardano talking about what's going on there, and it is big. SEC's revolving door. Blockchain Association head of policy comments on the Ripple case. You're going to want it. Ripple CTO David Schwartz is talking about the banning or branding as a security of Ethereum and Bitcoin and why it's bad for the crypto space in general. The big four accounting firms talking banks, stablecoins, CBDCs. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. How about the SBI Goldman Sachs connection? You're going to want that. And remember, the WXRP, wrapped XRP, well, it's becoming available on Binance. And let's hear about from David Schwartz what it may do and what it may provide, as well as a technical analyst with almost 300,000 followers tells us he's doubling down. He sees XRP $20 to $30 at the end of the next bull cycle. How about that one? Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at @BackUpBradleyAbove and everything we're talking about here today. Also, give us a follow on Facebook, Digital Perspectives News, right here on Facebook. We're doing exclusive news there and exclusive lives Sunday morning. We just had this one here, over 2,000 views already, less than 24 hours ago. Really, really great stuff and information shared as well, and being able to interact and take some of your comments as well. Looking at the market right now, we're 2 trillion. Little plus here. We see we're down about 1%, little more. 42,700 plus for Bitcoin, 3,200 for Ethereum. We see Cardano coming in at 152 right now. Solana, is 142 and change. And we see they have flipped in market cap, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about that today. And XRP coming in at 76 cents right now. So we will keep an eye on what's going on there. And by the way, Cardano up 31.95% on the 7-day, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look right here. We see 0.7598 on the low side, 0.7855 on the top for XRP price. The numbers are brought to you by this morning. Link2. Download the Link2 application in order to access rich market data on 962 unicorn companies globally for free. This is hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of data points and information, ladies and gentlemen. You get it for free. Shout out to Nick Burfado here for helping us out with that one. And let me tell you something too, real quick. They're still running the special for the rest of the month. If you buy private equity through your Uphold wallet, you can get $1,000 worth of Bitcoin airdrop back into your wallet. It's amazing what they're doing here. So make sure you check them out if you are accredited, because this only lasts for the rest of the month, and then that's going to end. And I assure you, you will want to take advantage of that. Let's take a look right here. The first piece of news is Walmart to create its own crypto and NFTs, ladies and gentlemen. This is from ProCoin News. Shout out to them. I would follow them. Walmart creates its own crypto and NFTs. And I'm going to give you some of this article, not the whole thing here. I want to come down here, and it says here, the applications that Walmart have basically been submitting to trademark and these things. Significant step in retail giant studies how to participate in the Metaverse, the virtual world that blends aspects of digital technologies. Walmart in August advertised a position to develop the digital currency strategy and product roadmap while identifying crypto-related investments and partnerships, according to a job posting in the company's website. The applications were among a flurry of the company filed on December 30, including 3 under Walmart Connect, the name of the company's existing digital advertising venture, for a financial exchange for virtual currency and advertising. So you know it's coming. Applications also were filed for Verse to Store, Verse to Curb, and Verse to Home for shopping services. It's also seeking trademarks to apply the Walmart name and fireworks logo to healthcare services and education and virtual and augmented reality. Look, they are rolling this out in a very big way. It goes on to say here that you can tell that there's a lot of language in these trademarks that this Josh Gerben trademark attorney says that they are super intense. And it says here, this shows there's a lot of planning going on behind the scenes about how they're exactly going to address cryptocurrency and roll out their position in the new virtual world of the metaverse. That is exciting stuff. Right now, they say that Walmart is the largest revenue generator, largest company in the world when measured by revenue, which was reported to be $560 billion in sales last year. Not a corner store, right? Take a look here. This is Charles Hoskinson from Cardano. Says Cardano is just getting started in terms of transaction volume. And this is an interesting statement made up in here. You're going to like this. According to Sentiment, it says Cardano is one of the few large crypto caps assets seeing positive gains kicking off the new week. ADA is the only top 100 asset that gained double-digit percentages. We know it's over 30-some%, like I showed you just a minute ago here. And in the last 7 days, up 29 plus, and it's more than that now, is one of the largest cap assessing assets seeing nice gains kicking off the new week. And here it's saying... it's continuing to grow, but the part I wanted to give you is, it says here, according to IOHK, the path Cardano intends to take achieving scaling in 2022 includes block size increase, pipelining, input endorsers, improvements in memory CPU parameters for Pollutus, and I think I said that right, node enhancement on disk storage, sidechains, layer 2 Hydra scaling solution, offloading, computation, and all the rest of it. I mean, they're really, Charles Hoskinson and the development team have, really much in the way that Ripple had done. They really have spent a lot of time doing the infrastructure in the early days. Charles Hoskinson believes Cardano is just getting started in terms of transaction volumes, according to the response from crypto analyst Lark Davis. So this is getting interest here because they say ADA is the number 2 blockchain in transaction volume in the last 24 hours. You have to wonder what the impact of this could mean to something like Ethereum, right? Let alone the benefit of Cardano itself growing. So this gets interesting. We know Algo's been cited as an ETH killer, right? We know Solana and Cardano and many others. So this is getting interesting as more companies are getting traction and projects get traction out here. This is the revolving door. This is from Wheezy right here. This very quick clip explains what the problem is, even with Gary Gensler being at the SEC. Take a quick listen here.
Promising investigation involving securities fraud with Deutsche Bank was suppressed by an enforcement director who a few days later took a job as the general counsel of Deutsche Bank. So we know that this is part of the culture at the SEC. They have most of the people who are running the agency are high-priced political appointees who work for the same banks, who used to work for the same banks they're supposed to be regulating. And so many of these cases get rejected, and it's by these bureaucrats who are looking to go back to Wall Street and take these multi-million-dollar jobs.
All right. And if you make the point even to the chair today, and not William Hinman, but, look at Gary Gensler. He worked at Goldman Sachs years ago, right? And Jay Clayton as well, right? I mean, all of this is really what they do. And then once they are literally, the chair at the SEC, they can recuse themselves from pursuing anything involved with the company they used to work with because they used to work at that company. It's a real racket going on there. It really, really is. But we got some more interesting information for you about SBI and Goldman Sachs in just a second here. But take a look at this first. This is U.S. Blockchain Association Head of Policy Jake Travinsky said Ripple and XRP Army are giving the SEC the hardest fight of their careers. And it certainly is true. He says, no matter your view on Ripple, 2 things seem clear. They're giving the SEC more trouble than anyone in crypto, maybe more than anyone, period, including Elon. And he says here, they're leading the dispute on securities law, if only because they'll fight to the death, unlike those who have caved and settled. It's a great point. It's a great overview. And I don't mind saying, to be perfect, if we're just being honest, it's not even to take a shot. And even without the support of the Blockchain Association, Jake Travinsky, because where in the hell were you a year ago? Right? Where was the Blockchain Association on this a year ago, taking up arms and showing everyone that this wasn't just about the Ripple and XRP case, it's about the entire crypto space. But we're glad you're here now. Glad you made it. Find a seat. Right here, CTO Joel Katz said that, that's David Schwartz, by the way, U.S. government branding Ethereum and security, it could be disastrous for Ripple. What he's remarking to is the Nick Carter comments we covered over the weekend, who really called all of us XRP holders cringeworthy, saying that we're trying to brand Bitcoin and Ethereum as securities and all of this. And basically what David Schwartz really reminds everybody in this article is that we're not trying to do that. And basically in this, he says, he said while responding to a theory from Nick Carter, who alleged that Ripple is lobbying to strategize the above mentioned agendas. In the past, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson have both advocated that Bitcoin should move away from proof of work and its environmental impact. Even Garlinghouse has agreed that Bitcoin is an exceptional store of value. He has argued that one Bitcoin transaction is equivalent to 75 gallons of gasoline being burned. Wow. Further explaining that the price of Bitcoin goes up, so does the energy consumption, carbon footprint, proof of work continues to scale. On the contrary, Ripple boasts its sustainability measures and aims to achieve carbon neutrality by 2030, but yet we're being sued by the SEC. Now, this is more fundamental information, circumstantial, obviously, and speculative on my part, but that tells me that this legal case is in fact a vetting audit process, right? I mean, if obviously we are looking to achieve this carbon neutrality, right, which is in line with all green agendas and across the globe, why in the hell would they be suing us other than to vet the company and the protocol and the token for exactly the job and the full-scale intended use that it will serve for the world? That's how I see that. Having said that, both Ripple and Ethereum communities are constantly pitched against one another. Well, there's no kidding about the Ethereum community because we've uncovered a ton of corruption there. The so-called animosity started when Ripple filed a Freedom of Information Act request, the SEC, over unfair treatment. And this is the part that gets me here, which also gave somewhat a first mover advantage to Ethereum in the broad crypto space. Somewhat? No, not somewhat. It gave a huge advantage because there's been billions of dollars worth of projects launched off the Ethereum network, while the entire crypto space is being held to a much different standard. So we will see how this goes, and we will cover it from there. However, David Schwartz obviously acknowledges this is comically absurd. Either of those two things would be disastrous for Ripple. Yet it is not the goal of Ripple to make those things happen. It's the goal of Ripple and really XRP holders, to be perfectly honest with you, to get a level playing field for all of us, right? That's the key. That's all we want. It's a level playing field. Give us the same leeway and luxury to move forward that you've done for Ethereum, and you won't hear another thing from us. Big Four accounting firm has recommended that banks should change their regulatory parameter, to address the oncoming launches of the state-backed central bank digital currencies and private stablecoins. Very quickly on this, before we get to the next piece of news you're going to want. And this is something we need to know, right? But basically what they're saying here is if customers can keep their money with a central bank, they have no need for retail bank, and firms will see their interest rate margins contract precipitously. And this goes to point out exactly what Tom Emmer introduced as a bill prohibiting the Fed from issuing a central bank digital currency directly to individuals. Because if you do, you cut out the entire rest of the banking market, right? And even more dangerous than that is that you've given the Fed direct control with direct accounts to citizens. And then when they want to impose negative interest rates, let's say 5%, you had $100 in the bank and now you got 95 when you wake up the next day. I don't want that. And I don't want the Fed knowing through digital purchases exactly what I've bought. Not that I'm buying anything nefarious, but your privacy is your privacy. You should be able to have it, whether you bought ketchup or something else. It doesn't matter. Right? So taking a look here. Now, this is pretty interesting. Shout out to Stephen Hubert, who has been crushing it just like many others out here. Did you know that? I did not know that. But it explains why SBI shows up so often in recent SEC filings from Goldman Sachs. This is interesting from 2007. I did not know this, and if I did, I've somehow forgot it. SBI Holdings, which is a huge Ripple partner with Yoshitaka Kitao, who used to be a board member on Ripple from SBI, huge advocate for implementing XRP Ledger and XRP the token for many, many different things. have reached an agreement in 28 February 2007 with Goldman Sachs, a U.S. company based in New York, to work together in operations for a neutral proprietary trading system, PTS, that will offer many benefits to participants in Japanese stock markets. SBIH and Goldman Sachs have signed an agreement to sell Goldman Sachs half of its equity interests in SBI Japan Next Company Ltd. Goldman Sachs has relationships with a large number of major financial investors around the world, a shareholder of SBI Japan Next. This company will use its knowledge of these investors to help conduct the PTS business in a manner that reflects their needs. SBIH expects this assistance will raise liquidity of transactions using the proprietary trading system PTS. Goldman Sachs agrees with the objective of the SBIH, which is to create a public service-oriented PTS that is operated jointly by securities companies using this system. Although originally created to serve internet securities companies, this new PTS is to be expanded to cover many other securities companies as well. Plans call for asking for equity investment in SBI Japan Next from securities companies that use its PTS and companies that plan to do so. The SBI Japan Next plans to start operating its PTS in the spring of 2007. Initially, the PTS will be used for nighttime trading by using links to the system from Goldman Sachs subsidiary Goldman Sachs Japan, a number of internet securities companies. Like I said, to recap, SBI is a huge seed investor, early investor in Ripple. Now, this is 2007, so this is back in the early days before Ripple even was a thing, right? But it brings even more relevance to me to the 2020 World Economic Forum Policymaker Toolkit for developing central bank digital currencies. And it brings even more relevance to the crypto assets designed for inter or intra-bank payments and settlements, citing JPM and XRP as those examples of an intermediary for the inter and intra-bank payments and settlements. Now, when I see that, what I start really seeing there is a complement between the JPM coin and the XRP token as a bridge asset there. Pretty interesting stuff right here. And so is this. Check this out from Rod Hop here. Gives me this, and I want you to hear this is about the wrapped XRP on another network like Ethereum. Check this out.
Major news for XRP. If you hold XRP, this affects you. So according to Binance, they have finally completed wrapped XRP integration and they've opened deposits. But hold on, I have a few questions. So I asked this question on Twitter: is the goal for wrapped XRP to expand the XRP ecosystem? And guess who answered? None other than David Schwartz himself. He agreed with my statement and said, yes, the idea is that you might like XRP as a medium of exchange or store of value, but want to use it on platforms other than the XRP ledger. Guys, I'm very bullish on wrapped XRP, but let me know your thoughts in the comments.
That is pretty remarkable to have David respond to that and show you that you're just going to have more accessibility to use XRP through a wrapped XRP, whether it be on Ethereum's network or Binance's network or some other network. That is really more interoperability, more use case, right? That's what I'm seeing there. And ultimately, you have to wonder where this goes and if any of this, how is it affected, if at all, by the SEC versus Ripple case. This is getting interesting, ladies and gentlemen. So is this. This finishes us out strong right here. Bitcoin looking great, but XRP may soon take the spotlight, says top crypto analysts. These analysts, I'm telling you, why do they continue to remain bullish regardless of what's happening out here in the market? I find it fascinating. I really do. And people say, why do you do price predictions? I don't do price predictions. Technical analysts give price indicators or price predictions. And they don't always tell you that they believe they're going to be exactly right. They're just showing you what a living, breathing chart is showing them when they use the tools to find out what the leading indicators may or may not be. And I think it's fascinating that in this down market, in this downtime and lack of clarity, that we continue to see a bullish outlook for XRP price regardless. And I think that says a lot when they all align in that manner, regardless of where they see the price. Credible Crypto tells his 295,000 followers that basically XRP has been holding up stronger than the leading crypto asset by market cap and could be ready to finally surge upwards. He says here, he goes on to say here that in August of last year, Credible Crypto said he was expecting to finish off bull market somewhere between $20 and $30. And said the target still stands. How about that one? The target still stands. And this aligns with people we've covered here, whether it's CoinsKid or Dark Defender, regardless of where this price has gone to, up or down or sideways. All of these analysts are still bullish on an outcome that could put us somewhere in the neighborhood of $20 to $30. How about that? I don't know where this goes, but I know I'm here for 4 or 5 digits, so I'm not leaving, right? So, that's just me, and it's not financial advice from me or anyone else, but I find it fascinating that they still see us in a bullish position to reach those targets and beyond. That's going to do it for me. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe and check out all the links in the description and comment box, ladies and gentlemen. They are products and services I use each and every day, and they are trusted, vetted links. I'll catch all of you on the next one.